Greetings, everyone. Keith Richards, back behind the drum kit. And as you probably have caught on by now, I've been recording a couple of little drum videos. Basically, what I've been trying to do is influence drummers to maybe think a little bit wider. Also, trying to inspire new players who might have a little bit of experience on the drums, or none at all, and suddenly they get to hear from a drummer who's been playing for over 25 years, who's going to take the time to talk them through a couple of little basics. I'm here behind a really cool little drum kit in my little music room, and helped to a couple, well, mainly one really great friend of mine, George Koloxalis, who is a local Hamilton drummer. Phenomenal drummer, and this is primarily his drum kit. Long story short, it's in my house, it's mine now. Teasing you, George. I have a snare to the side, which is mine. Bass pedal is mine. Most of the cymbals are mine. Anyway, enough about the drum set. I want to talk about the actual drums. Now, my previous two videos, I've talked about really basic stuff, and I'm going to stay on that theme right now. What I haven't done quite yet is introduce these new little friends of mine that you can see in this video, which are the tom drums. We didn't have toms in the first two videos because I was keeping it very basic with stick holds. The way to sit behind a drum set, as I mentioned before, don't lean into it, don't lay back. Sit up straight, elbows to the sides, tucked in, wrists very loose. Sometimes you have to reach out a bit to play drums. Now, I always recommend elbows in. I keep my toms flat. Some people don't like that. I personally do. It's more of a jazz tradition. So the drums aren't angled up like this, like your sticks. You need them to be flat a little bit, so you can play naturally on them. It's really a jazz thing. But Stuart Copeland is a drummer who plays a really flat kind of tom setup, and a lot of drummers do. But anyway, in a nutshell, this is what we went through basically, guys, and just to get everybody caught up, if you haven't seen the first two videos, they're kind of instructional. We went through quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes, which is, of course, your quarter note, your eighth note, and your 16th note. Just to run through it quickly. Now, what I didn't introduce before are the tom drums, like I mentioned. We did a lot of snare work, so I was teaching you guys, showing you a bit about, a couple of rolls. I implement a lot of rudiments into my playing, so if I'm playing on the ride cymbal, like this is the ride, of course, I could be playing a rhythm like this. You can hear how on the snare it's important for me to put in some fills, to put in some rudiments, to put in some couple of triplets and flams, and I mix it up. These are all terms that have to do with snare playing, percussional playing, which then you implement onto your drum kit. So what I'm going to focus on today, guys, because a lot of you drummers are doing it well, and some of you are learning to do it, some of you are struggling with it, drum fills. Let's take a very simple drum beat, okay? I'm going to show you a couple really simple fills that I like to play because they were the first ones I was taught, and I found they were made easy. So, thank you, Denton Whited, if you're out there and you ever see this video. When we were kids, 14, 15-year-olds, you may not even recall, but you showed me some of these fills, this kind of fill. So, you're playing a standard 4/4 beat, right? You're just learning how to do that, how to keep time, how to keep it tight. You might be in another situation where you might be doing something more bluesy, like a... want to be able to do once in a while to keep the band going, to keep the music flowing, is a drum fill. Now, I don't mean an all-out drum solo. I mean a nice, tasty little fill. Now, when I'm playing a straight beat, I'll go down to the snare and I'll add a... It's simple, it's tasty. You can also do that with the toms. Toms work beautifully for this. I love my little tom-tom drums. I don't like these big colossal tom drums. I like tight, clear, piercing, small toms. Rototoms are very cool. Concert toms that are tiny, 8, 10, 12. I love that. They pop. They pow, pow, pow. Unlike orchestral, thunderous drums that are boom, boom, boom. I don't like that personally, that big boomy sound. I like a couple drums like that, but I really like the poppy, light, loud, bright, cutting through, sharp toms, which I don't specifically have in this kit right now, but that's what I personally like. So when I'm doing a drum fill, using the tom drums, it can be something simple like this. Now listen carefully to what I'm going to play here, guys. Simple. All I did on the 2 tom drums was hit them each once. But it's where you hit them, how you hit them. So I can do something like that, or I can do something where it's... Now what I just did there is very common. I call it a launch. It was taught to me, I don't think this is the right terminology, but I call it a launch because what you're actually in essence doing when you're going to throw a drum fill in there is you are launching or tossing a ball into the air. In my own crazy head, I think of it as, you ever see somebody rocking a baby and they chuck the baby up in the air and then they catch the baby? That's it. You can see a drummer do that with a drumstick, throw it in the air and catch it and you're impressed. What they're doing in essence with a band when they are keeping time is they are rocking the baby, so to speak, keeping the music flowing, keeping the beat going, and then they throw the baby up in the air and everybody's holding their breath. Oh my God, is the drummer going to catch the baby? Well, of course we're going to catch the baby. We love the baby. So this is the whole idea. Sometimes the band is waiting, and I do this little crazy fill, and I know it freaks people out because it's so simple. I stop playing. I let my cymbals resonate. So I'll be playing a beat. See how I jump back in on the beat? But for a couple seconds there, the cymbals resonating. Let it ring, baby, let it ring. Because what the drummer has to be able to do, and this is a great lesson for you guys, you have to think widely. You have to hear every resonating note off that guitar, every note the horn is playing, where the bass guitar is grooving, where the vocal phrases are going if there's a singer involved. You are keeping the time, so in your head, you can let the cymbal resonate. 2, 3, 4, 5. As long as you know where to come back in. This is where I'm going to close, people. Doing a drum fill and doing it right is about coming back in on time, and a lot of drummers don't know how to do that. Some of them do it really well, but I see a lot of them, they get lost. When they come back in, they're on the offbeat. They don't know where they left off. They don't know how to get back on the horse, so to speak. So when you're playing, please don't get too fancy. It doesn't have to be a Neil Peart Rush kind of a drum solo. I can do a really cool, drum fill that goes more than, 2 bars or whatever. I can do a... That's fine. Or you can do something simple. Keep it simple, folks. If you're going to put a drum fill in there, know where to come back in on the beat, okay? That's the lesson for today. I did a lot of playing and a lot of speaking. Thanks to all of you. Keep following me if you will. Spread the word a bit. My name is Keith Richards. I'll be giving these instructional videos from time to time. And my goal is to help you guys. A lot of people have helped me. A lot of players in my life have influenced me. Professional players have influenced me. And have helped me become quite an accomplished drummer myself. So I'm in a situation where I don't consider myself a rock drummer or a blues drummer or a jazz drummer or a country drummer. I'm a drummer. Please get that into your head, guys, gals. Be a drummer. Go play reggae, go play funk, go play blues, go play rock, go play country. Don't look at a situation and go, well, that's not me. I wouldn't play that. I can't play that. I don't want to play that. Because then, as I've preached twice before now, there's the third time, you are in a box. You're in a box, okay? You're just, see me at my head here? I'm a blues drummer, that's all I do, blues. I'm a jazz drummer, don't show me any rock music. I'm a country drummer, it doesn't matter. If you're a drummer, then be a drummer, or don't be a musician at all. That's the same for guitar players, bass players, singers, whatever. Don't just do one thing your whole life, you're going to get so bored, okay? I'm going to do one little drum solo fill thing here to get out of here, say goodbye to you guys, thanks a million. Hopefully this is my best video yet, I feel great about it. Let's do some more playing, guys. Thank you much. Until the next time, bye-bye.